Hello. My name is Saki Stammer, and I'm going to be talking to you about the beauty of continuous improvement. Everyone can hear me okay? I got mic'd up, my hair, I don't want to make sure. Kaizen your life. So, if you can go to the next slide, please. All right. So, it's going to be collaborative today. So I'd like to, if you're able to, please join the mentee using the QR code, or if you're on a laptop, you can join through just the website with the code for this presentation. I'm like trying to figure out where's a good place for me to stand without getting in the way. Okay. All right, give me a thumbs up when you're able to join. So really excited to be here. As Rachel mentioned, I spoke at the Power to Pursue last year. I'll be coming back this year as well. But this is a topic that I'm very passionate about. This is a topic that really I carried with me in my professional life, but then try to integrate into my personal life. And then I thought, well, why am I not sharing this with women everywhere? Because it's helpful to everybody. Okay. Let's go ahead and go into the next slide. If you are not able to join, you can still see the code up top. So checking in, how are you feeling today so far? These joining of these days on a Thursday, today is Thursday, is important. I think we often tend to not be able to, or we have a meeting, we have priorities, we have people that need us at work, I have to attend this meeting, so your presence here, I'd love that you prioritize yourself. Someone I thought tired, inspired, energized, excellent, relaxed, overwhelmed, fantastic, grateful, worried, unsettled, busy, pulled, hungry, it is. Yes, hungry, love it here, excellent. It's a hodgepodge, that's what it's all about, right? Very good. Can you go next slide, please? Okay, just so that I get to know you a little bit of the audience, what industry do you work in? Curious to see the audience. You probably all know yourselves, but trying to get to know you. Let's see, IT, grocery, healthcare, media, aerospace, coaching, healthcare, professional training, coaching, good, love it. Love the diversity in the audience. I know there's a few automotive here. Shout out to some people that were in the automotive industry. Excellent, consumer products. Okay, good. Next slide, please. All right, you do have an option of prefer not to answer. And there's a reason I'm asking this question. Age range, what age group are you? And I am in the 35 to 44, so I am right aligned with 60+% of you, okay. So let's see, 85 to 90% in the 35 to 54 range. Very good. I promise there's a reason for this. And we do have a few 25 to 35, okay, excellent. All right, next slide, please. Where were you born? I also like to ask this. I was born in Japan, so trying to see if anyone can. Honolulu, who's Honolulu? Yes. Mexico, Middletown, Ohio, California, Midwest, yes. Flint, Asheville, Texas, Puerto Rico, Cincinnati, New Jersey. Who's New Jersey? I'm from Homedale. Homedale, New Jersey. Okay. Just trying to get to know you. And then next slide, please. All right. How much do you know about Kaizen? You have 4 choices. I know it so well I can train. Familiar, don't use it every day. Heard of it, not sure. No idea, but I showed up. Familiar, very good. Now, after today, you will definitely get to the unfamiliar, and I know it so well I can train. It's really a simple philosophy. I feel like I know who the I know it so well I can train. Who's my 7% there? Excellent, yes, yes, very good. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, thank you. Love getting to know you. So, Saki Stammer. Let's just get to the picture first because it's adorable. That is, I have 2 girls. I have a 7-year-old, and my younger one's going to be 5 this weekend. March of 2020, she was born. Anybody remember whatever happened? March of, okay. Background. So I was born in Japan. I moved to New Jersey when I was 7 years old. And then my young adult, I moved from New Jersey to the Midwest. And I was like, first from Japan to Jersey was a culture shock, right? I was like, why is this milk so big? I remember I landed at the airport and I told my mom, I was 7 at the time, and I said, Mom, that girl bleached her hair blonde. And she's like 6 years old. Because I had never seen a blonde person, right? I had never been in a car because I used public transportation in Japan. Didn't speak a word of English. So that was Jersey. And then I learned like Jersey, and the accent does come out when I'm either, I tell this to my husband, when I'm angry or the opposite of sober. That's when Jersey comes out. Then I moved to the Midwest. Another culture shock. East Coast to Midwest. And this is where I met my husband. Husband's a West Sider. Any West Siders here? Excellent. All right. In Chavois, yes? Yes. I can say that because now I've been here like 15 years or so I'm like very Cincinnati. So in my 20s, most of my 20s has been at Toyota Interior Purchases. I know I have a colleague that I've been catching up with. Shout out to Becky. And then in my 30s, I had these 2 little minions where mother had hit me twice. And now I work at P&G Beauty Purchases. I work on Olay products, I work on deodorant products, so it's really fun. It's been really fun at P&G, but really my background has been in purchases. And for those that don't really know what purchases does, because some people don't, we're the wallet of the company. We are the money spenders, money keepers, money appropriate spending. And that's been my 15 years of professional experience. If you can go to the next slide, please. And at Toyota Interiors, Shiboshoku, I learned this philosophy called Kaizen. Now, Kaizen, for those of that you know that you can train so well, and maybe you've heard of it separately, simply, it's the idea of continuous improvement. Now, the context is Japanese philosophy, based on idea, small ongoing changes, positive changes, can reap significant improvements. Now, I'm not going to stop there. I want you to look at these characters of Kai and Zen, okay? Because right now, there's a little bit of, I have a little bit of animosity toward the definition of efficient right now. So I want to redefine that for the purpose of today. Kai, if you can tell to the left, it means to change, alter, revamp. And in this kanji character, in this writing, if you look at that backwards S to the left, that's self. So it's changing yourself, revamping yourself. Zen, to the right, comes from the Buddhist mindset, the Buddhist religion, and it is to improve with just integrity and fairness, okay? So Kaizen simply is continuous improvement, but there's a deeper meaning to it where it came from. In the way that in our English language, right, our words make up Latin words, we have the prefixes, suffixes. The deep meaning of Kaizen is to improve yourself for the betterment within the community with just integrity and fairness. That's true Kaizen, okay? Next page, please. Okay. Anyone heard of 1% every day? James Clear? Excellent. So this is Atomic Habits is the book. So if you get 1% every day, each for just 1 year, every day for 1 year, you'll end up 37 times better by the time you're done. What is 1% of your day? How many minutes is that? There's 24 hours in a day, 60 minutes in the hour. Anybody? You can shout it out. Shy of 15 minutes. If you dedicate yourself to just 15 minutes of something every day, mathematically, conceptually, you'll be 37 times better by the time you're done. Anybody a week before vacation is like, I'm gonna lose 10 pounds? I'm gonna fast for 3 days. That ain't gonna happen. You get hungry. But if you did that a year ago, 15 minutes, right? Trying to improve your habits, 37 times better by the time you're done. Okay? The power of tiny gains. The next slide, please. I'm saying next slide, please, and I have a clicker in my hand, don't I? I just noticed that. Okay, let's reflect on the past year. Brag about the progress you've made. So now that you know what Kaizen is, very simple, continuous improvement. Reflect. What are you proud of in the past year? It can be personal, professional, something small. Oh, survive the first year of motherhood. Who are you? Oh, I'm gonna hug you. Finish my book draft, promotion, confidence stronger. Week off work without Teams and Outlook on my phone. Bravo to that. Lost weight, yes. More present for my kid. Excellent. Let's see. The response says, have gotten stronger. Yeah. Lost 40 pounds and gained muscle. What? That's amazing. Top one in grocery. Now, I talk about Kaizen, and I'll go back to this a little bit, but Kaizen in the automotive and manufacturing industry is very, what's the word? Cold, maybe? Very automated. It lacks grace and gratitude. And that's why I wanted to bring this up, because reflection and stopping with the grace and gratitude is so key into continuing your habit for 1% improvement every day. Congratulations. Okay, let's try this. Okay, it's not working. Next slide, please. Okay, so history of Kaizen, and I'm gonna go back a little bit to say, first of all, if you see a pattern here, it's all men. Calling that out. But really history, as I mentioned, Kaizen really came from the mindset in the manufacturing industry to be more efficient, right? To be more productive, more output, more value for the time. So really in all different areas, whether it's Henry Ford, at Toyota, in the Lean principles, Six Sigma, it is an understanding that continuous improvement is key into making a profitability for company. Full stop. Absolutely. And it's part of the Toyota production system. Now I talk about automotive, how it derived from, but, next slide please, it is in many other companies now. It's taught in MBA classes, it's in food and beverage, it's in hospitality, it's in entertainment, it's at P&G, it's at Canva. It is a mindset that is instilled in the culture to be better every day with small steps to make more success, better performance for the company. Okay. For some reason. Okay. So purchases, I was joking before that I work at P&G Beauty Purchases, and I come down to the GO once a week to work with the beauty house, which is the pretty things that you see on the shelves, right? The pre-design, the creatives. They love getting really expensive. They love it. Even in automotive, when I worked the design team, they had all they're like, look at this idea, Saki. And I'm like, yeah, but it costs a lot of money. So purchases, really though, I'm not trying to hinder from the creativity. I'm trying to optimize the value. That's purchases. And this is called the Toyota House, or the Toyota Production System. Fundamentally, I am working with suppliers and purchases, and I'm working with a company to optimize time, optimize cost/value, and optimizing resources. That's my job, because in the end, that results in cost appropriateness, cost reduction, improved quality, better output efficiency. As you can see by the star, Kaizen is a fundamental part of the Toyota Production System. There's a lot of things in here that I know my automotive friends can identify with all the learnings, but what I wanted to show was that endless Kaizen is through and through a cultural commitment to make the company optimize time, cost, and resources. Okay? Now, I talk a lot about manufacturing. Might not resonate a little bit. So let's kind of talk about some famous Japanese Kaizen strategists outside of manufacturing. You may know them. So Shohei Ohtani. Next page, please. So my brother's name is Shohei. And he is older than me, so he's in his 40s. And right when Shohei Ohtani became popular, he was like, oh, I wish Shohei Ohtani was popular when I was growing up. Because to have somebody with a name, right, to resonate in the representation, very important. So what does Shohei Ohtani have anything to do with Kaizen? This mapping he did when he was in high school, okay? His goal, get drafted. Initially in the Japanese Baseball League, but now currently in the Major League Baseball. He identified his goal, then broke this out into areas in the middle here, into these 8 different areas, and then further broke it down into what he needs to achieve that in each of those goals. And then he worked at it. Kaizen, every day. And it could be anything, right? It could be mental toughness, right? It could be actual speed. But he worked on this every day. Remember that 1%? How many minutes is 1% in a day? 15 minutes. And because of this, he is a Kaizen strategist that truly was able to achieve that goal that he was going for. Okay? Next page. Who knows Marie Kondo? Yes, she's so cute. There's so many memes about her. She's like, I love mess. So cute. This is Kaizen. Okay? This KonMari method, the Marie Kondo method, is actually, we're going to get to, called 5S, the 5S method. You define the scope, sort the stuff, get rid of stuff, organize it, maintain it. Bam, she's a bazillionaire. Why didn't I think of this? I thought I was an expert in Kaizen. Why did I not think of this? So she's another Kaizen strategist, right? Next. Anybody play video games growing up? I was just telling my husband the other day that I'm yearning, like playing the old school black and white Game Boy. Like that's how old school I am. But that's what it looked like, right? When it first came out in 1985, the pixelated, like just so awful. Now it's this, my kids play now, and I'm like, this takes away the fun. This is too clear. Like, what is this? I want the OG. But to get from that in 1985 to this in 2025, Kaizen, it didn't happen overnight. Okay? So these are different examples of Kaizen that is outside of the manufacturing that I talk about, where it was born from, that can be applied in different areas. So, know of any Kaizen strategists in your life? It could be in your workplace. It could be a famous person. It could be a community member. I think this is this is why I'm here. And which is okay, right? Love it. Quality team at work. My mom, those dishes can be cleaner. Love it. Okay, Julie Gardner, okay. Me. Who said me? I want to hear a little bit more. Who said me? And one can elaborate a little bit on their Kaizen strategy. Sorry, this is supposed to be anonymous and I'm calling you out. Oh, yes.
So I do a form of visual management by
Love
vascular
it.
calendars, and I try and do it so that I have equal amounts of personal time, creative time, smart time, intellectual work. And then I have this big board where each of those times are color-coded by sticky notes. So I can take a quick look at what does my week look like, and then if the trend of it shows more work than not, that's when the 5S comes in and I start to intentionally take some stuff.
Okay, just to say, she was the 7%. That second train, excellent. Thank you for those examples. Anybody else want to share? Someone said my husband. Anyone want to share this? Yes.
Well, my husband, he used to work for Toyota, so that's where he got his foundation for over a decade. But he's like telling me, like, I'll do the dishes or I'll clean it. He's like, there's just so much waste. Like, there's so much food going on. And actually, during COVID, I listened to a lot of meetings, so I got to learn. But he kind of makes process improvements throughout
Love it.
our whole life.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna tap into that. My husband too, he has like his little garage, right? His shop, like visualization. There's a place for everything. Like he just this little hammer, this, that, and I'm like, that's cool, but what about our house? It's what he's interested in. Thank you for sharing. I saw another hand. Yes.
My husband is a bodybuilder,
Love
and
it.
so when he has different goals for different muscle groups he's wanting to grow, and going through the process of, he has like a 9-day rotation thing, but it's all about adding a small amount of additional weight for higher reps, so that ultimately at the end you get to a higher amount for lower reps. Does that make sense?
Absolutely, yes.
And he has to be very strict with obviously calories in, calories out, which is sort of another tier thing, but the weight thing always really impresses me.
Yes.
He knows almost the math of, if I can do this many reps at this weight, my max weight is this much higher. It's foreign to me, but
Yes.
it shows in the progress that he makes.
We all wish we had that mentality.
Very
Yes.
much.
Excellent. Yes, this is all Kaizen. It doesn't have to be manufacturing. It doesn't have to be automotive. It doesn't have to be. But the purpose of this is to then help you kind of think about outside the box and how to then implement into your life. Okay. Okay. Next. Okay. So Kaizen isn't sexy. Let's say that straight off the bat, right? You don't see results after. Remember when I said, like, I'm trying to lose weight a week before a vacation, and that doesn't happen? So Kaizen isn't sexy. It's not flashy. You don't see results right away. The body building example is perfect. Now, innovation, right? That's sexy. You can see it like, whoa, look at the risk we took and the output. But also, there is a risk with the output. Kaizen is small. It's low investment. Small steps. It's the 1%, small steps every day. If you can go to the next slide, what if though? What if we combine innovation and Kaizen together? It just catapults you, right? Catapults you into this giant curve that goes beyond the continuous improvement, certainly more than occasional, and certainly more than doing the same. But it's not sexy, right? It's tedious. It can seem boring, but it's that perseverance that's what's important in Kaizen. Okay? Oh. Okay. So we talked about, I think you kind of understand Kaizen as a whole, kind of some examples, and wanted to talk about how we can then do that with grace and gratitude. And the reason why is this house, Toyota house, is for the line, right? As the line when I say is like the factory. We're doing the widgets. We're getting the widgets out. So if we're getting 100 cars out the door, this helps get 110 cars out the door, right? Improve process, visual management, 5S, all those things. We're not a factory, right? We have external things that we can't control. We get tired, we get bored, we give up. It happens. But with grace and gratitude, right, that's key. This is where when I say 1% every day, do it every day, 15 minutes every day. How many weight loss journeys have I been on and I gave up? 45 times, right? You give up, and that's okay. But the introspection of yourself to know that you can keep it up if you choose to. And stopping, anybody know the book Power Pause? That's also stopping is also not giving up, right? You're resting. You are on your journey for the bounce back, okay? So I thought about, okay, optimizing time, optimizing cost, optimizing resources that I do with all my suppliers, with the company. I saw the first-time mother. Okay. And then when I had my second one in March of 2020, I hit that glass ceiling. System, right? Systemic failures to support mothers. You can say, pull up your bootstraps, but to those people that did, are you okay? It's tough. You're not okay. And for me, the learnings I have, and I still have currently in purchases, I thought, if I'm doing this to benefit and save hundreds of millions of dollars for a company, why am I not saving myself? How do I then optimize time, cost, and resources for me? This is where I got to thinking, who better to talk about this than somebody who's been in it, who's gone through parenthood, who sat in rooms with men with stay-at-home support because they couldn't be successful without the at-home working mothers, right? Who's gonna help me? Okay, the next slide. So this is what I was trying to get to with the age question. And I will say this senior, it used to say old. And I just took it out and I put senior, FYI. Seasoned, yes. I know, I thought that after I put it there, I was like, seasoned is more appropriate. Okay, so when you're young, right, yes, you have a lot of time, a lot of energy, hopefully. This is very generalized, but bear with me here. You have a lot of time, you have a lot of energy, but you may not, you're still on your projection of ambition to be successful, right? Whatever your definition of success is. You're maybe limited on money. Adult, I feel like this is where a lot of us are. We don't have time. Anybody have time? Anybody? Because if you have time, like, you're not my friend. But we're doing good. We're here. We're Queen City Game Changers. We are here. We are successful. We're doing the right thing for us in our journey right now. And we still have energy. Yeah, we still feel young. I still feel like I'm in my early 30s. I don't, but I just keep telling myself that I do. And then when you get to this age where you do have the time and you do have the money, where's your energy at? Right? Can we have it all? I don't know. Next slide. So I thought this was very interesting. And this calms me a little bit when I look at this graph. This is, so on the bottom here is your age. And on the y-axis there is the minutes. And all these different lines show who you're spending time with. So in our early years, right, we're certainly spending a lot of time with our families, right? We're spending time with friends. But when we get into our age group of that 80+%, someone put how are you feeling today as pulled. We're getting pulled in all different directions. We're just pulled. We're exhausted. We're tired. We have work. we have children, we have these coworkers that we may or may not like, right? And, and then as you go into the age group, it goes down, and it's time spent alone. That was also very sad for me, that it was going up as the age goes on. But this, between 30 and 50, boy, are we pulled. So that's why we don't have time. Okay. Next page. Okay. So let's talk about the money/value and the time and energy and health. So again, when I talk about productivity for companies that I work with, I try to optimize their cost, their value, right? Their productivity. How about let's apply that to our lives? We need help. Okay. Let's go next page. Where do you want to focus on? Where are you at? Thinking about money/value, finances, energy/health, time. Where are you at in this journey of wanting to improve? Because boy, we are in it right now. This is very interesting. Okay. We got about 50% in energy and health. I think we're just sleep deprived and tired. We got about 25 and 25 in money and time. Good. Excellent. Okay, the next page. Okay, so let's talk about the tools. Some of these you probably have heard a million times. I brought these up because, one, they are easy to kind of grasp the concept of right now, and also may need a little reminder, because as we go through our lives, rushing through our lives, we kind of forget to kind of pause and ask very simple questions of ourselves because we're just always on the run. So we'll start first now with 3M7W. Okay. And next slide, please. So 3M7W. Oh, all right, the 3M. Muda, Muri, and Mura. These are Japanese words. I put English words next to them so you can understand it. So Muda is waste, Muri is overcapacity, and Mura is instability. These are the 3 M's in manufacturing/automotive, where if we streamline these or eliminate these, our productivity goes up, save time, optimize cost. I'm going to focus on Muda, which is waste. Okay? Muri, simply, that's a boundary thing right there, overcapacity. Muri, can't do it. You're telling me to do more than I can do. Can't do it. Mura is instability, so this is more adapting to the environment. But Muda is the 8, where I'm going to talk about 7 to 8 wastes. Just depends on kind of where you're looking at. On the next slide. Oh, sorry. Oh, let's go. Let's do. What is overloading in your life right now? So, overcapacity. We as women tend to just people please. We have to learn to say no. We don't want to train others to do things because they don't do it our way or as good as us, obviously. Health, kids' schedules, keeping up with household, kids' activities, too many work streams, no capacity. You got it. This is what's overloading. Are we okay? Are we okay? Are we okay? My gosh, I know. Worry about my fellow Americans. Yes, yes. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you this in my introduction. I said I've been here since I became an American citizen 2 years ago. So, and the reason why is because of that and my 2 daughters. Okay. Mental load. Shoo-wee. Okay. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Oh, sorry. All right, 8 wastes. So this I kept at very technical and manufacturing language, but I'm kind of going to walk you through the 8 wastes by trying to put the example into everyday language. So these are the wastes that are in your life that if you remove it, or if you outsource it, if you have somebody do it. All right, non-utilized talent. This is an excellent one. Oh my goodness. How many people have people on your team that is doing like 20% of their capacity at work or in the home? So this one is like non-utilized talent means, give example, my kids. They live in my house. They're 7 and 5. They're making the mess. Come on, gotta pay rent. But they can take out the dog. They can make their beds, right? So I'm gonna utilize them as much as possible. When they were littler, I just sit on the couch and tell them to go get me something. I don't wanna move. Non-utilized talent. Transportation, anybody, I know we're trying to go on the strike right now. Who uses Amazon? Come on, open up to it. Amazon Prime. It eliminated the fact that we have to go to the store. It removed the waste of transportation and time for us. That is eliminating the waste. Kroger delivery. Yes, right? Heck yes. Convenience. Cheers to that. Kroger people, you hear this applause? Right? Extra processing. I'm going to give this example because I want you to know not all waste needs to be eliminated. Anybody know bento boxes? Yes. Okay. I told you I have a little girl. I make her lunch, and I'm that mom that makes the cute little bentos. I overprocess it. She doesn't care. She just wants to buy her chicken nuggets at school, and I'm like, no, honey, no. I'm going to make you this peanut butter jelly sandwich. I'm going to cut it out really cute. There's so much waste of bread. But I enjoy it, right? So when I talk about the waste, back to the grace and gratitude, that will not fly in a factory, right? No waste, no way. Eliminate it. But in our lives, it's okay to keep waste if it brings you joy. So I'm not letting go of that one. That's for me. That's overprocessing. Okay. So again, defects, overproduction, waiting. Anybody see that, it's like a video of like someone talking in a car, and they're like, where are the parents? And they're like, we're just in the car, driving our kids. We're just crying in the car. We're in our car, in our garage crying. Right, wait, because we're always waiting. All right, so those are kind of examples of waste in your life that you can choose to remove if it truly is a waste in your life, whether it's outsourcing, utilizing talents in your house, right? Utilizing technology, innovation, those are the things. Or just simply saying no, just get it off your plate, don't even think about it. Next slide. Okay. What's a waste in your daily life you want to get rid of? Let's get rid of it. Today. Let's just do it. Cleaning. Cleaning, I know. Dishes. TikTok. Yes. Laundry. I know. We all know it. Mom guilt. Yes. Sitting in doom scrolling. I know. All the things. Okay, but also here's the thing. Do you think we put this on ourselves sometimes? Right? Me too. Guilty. Perfectionism. Yes, driving. I often think about, you know when celebrities have, what you guys laughing at? Oh, husband needs to pick up the tab. Yeah, totally. I'll share a funny story. Yesterday, I got a text, true story. Yesterday, I got a text from my sister-in-law, and my husband owns a family business. So they're all working together. They're literally in the same office. So I got a text from her. My younger daughter's birthday's this weekend. She texts me, hey, can you tell Doug, which is my father-in-law, about Nori's birthday party? And I'm like, what? Her other parent is right next to you. My response was, no, nope, 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 I'm not doing that. I told him to communicate. If he doesn't, his family doesn't come. That's his problem, not on me. Boundary. Mom guilt though, right? So, okay. Excellent. There's a lot of waste around. Okay, 5S. So we talked about Marie Kondo, 5S. 5S is 5 words that start with the letter S. Sort, straighten, shine, standardize, sustain, okay? When this is properly implemented, I know you already used that when you were giving your example, star for you. It maintains an organized, safe, clean, and efficient environment. Who has things organized in their kitchen? Who cooks? Great, wow. Who has a system in the kitchen? 5S, right? Who loses their scissors in the house? Right? But that's also then that creates waste. You're wasting your time looking for it. You probably buy another pair, and then you find the original pair. And then you find the other one that your daughter brought from school for some reason, right, Rachel? Waste. And then you have 17 scissors in your house for some reason. But this is, there's a place for everything and everything in its place. This one, I also want to bring up, relationship is this too, okay? Friendships. We go through different seasons of life, right? Toxic friendships. May have been fun when we were in our early 20s and we didn't care. We just have fun. Now in our seasons of like, who's there for us? Sort, straighten, shine, standardize, sustain. Okay? Next slide, please. I'm trying to think. Okay, what's an example of 5S you use in your life? I'm sure there is a method to the madness in your life. My linen closet, who are you? Excellent. Meal planning, yes. Calendar, capsule, morning routine with daughter. I love it. I do this for a living, yes. Oh, organizing kids' closets, inventory at the library, yes. Who puts their clothes right after they're washed? Who said that? No. Excellent. Oh, better at work, life at home. Okay, Kroger is 5S, or backroom organization. Excellent. Yes, so as an example, when you go to another 5S in the community is when you go to the doctor and they give you a shot, do they have everything in its place for everything you need for that, like let's say flu shot? That's 5S, that's Kaizen. Very good. A charger for every place I need so I don't lose them and have to remember. Bingo to that. I used to do that with baby wipes in every room of the house because I was not moving when that was happening. Okay. All right, next slide, please. Okay, 5Y. This one's really easy, right? But this was the one I was talking about that we tend to just go and forget to ask the why, which then we can remove because we just don't need to do it. Right? So, I gave the example of my sister-in-law texting me to remind my father-in-law about the birthday that my husband was sitting right next to her. And I said, I did the 5 why. I'm like, why? Well, you gotta tell, well, why? Why would I need to do that, right? So that task was completely eliminated from me because I was like, I'm not doing that. I just removed it as a waste of time off of my plate by asking the 5 whys. Okay, getting to the root cause of the issue. What's the root cause? Now, I can go further and further because I later talked to my husband about it. And I was like, your sister texted me. Okay, why? I don't know. You didn't tell your father about your daughter's birthday. Well, why? I'm like, that's what I want to ask you. Why didn't you do it? Well, and it's because he has this tendency to not communicate. Okay, why? Childhood. Why? We can go really, really deep, right? Whoa. But let's stop at 5. But really understanding the root cause of a problem will help you then remove that off your plate, potentially, right? And we tend to put Band-Aids on things because we don't have time. Could I have texted Doug and been like, Sunday birthday, 4? Sure. But you know what's gonna happen? The next birthday. I don't want to do that. Next slide. Okay, what's a problem in your life? You can use the 5-way method to get to the root cause. This could be a lot of problems. My husband's anxiety. Okay, thanks for sharing that. Procrastination. Yes, overcome family drama. I feel you. Kids' school grades. Yep, being burnt out. And I want to touch on that a little bit. Being burnt out, when you're not in that mindset, and this is why I applaud you for being here, you don't take the time to actually do the root cause. And it's Band-Aids after Band-Aids after Band-Aids, and you do burn out. So thank you for acknowledging that. Okay. Male coworkers pushing back. There's nothing that angers me more. Okay. I don't like floating, overcommitting. Okay. 5 whys, that's all it takes. And then you may get to that root cause, but then the action plan, right? Thank you for sharing. Let's go to the next slide. Okay, so do we have time?
Q&A?
No, I was going to do a little bit of breakout for everyone to talk for like 2 minutes. Do we have time for that? I don't even know what the time is.
It's noon.
Okay, let's skip that because I feel like we interacted a lot. So we're coming to a close. So in the beginning, I asked you what progress you have made in the past year. Cheers to that. What do you hope to make progress in the next year? And I like to say, resting is also progress. Okay, keep that in mind. Yes, joy life. And one thing, well, Rachel's there, so I want to kind of bring her up. One thing that I learned from Rachel about Kaizen is her gratitude. Gratitude journals are Kaizen every day. Who's famous, other than Rachel, for having like journals, gratitude journals? Anybody? She talks about it. Oprah. Yes.
Just me and Oprah.
Just Rachel and Oprah. But those are, again, doesn't take time, does it? It's 15 minutes, and then you catapult into this grace and gratitude and the improvement that you make, and it motivates you even more. Okay, next please. I want to show this one last slide. Okay, this one. Okay, Ikigai. This is a Japanese philosophy for the purpose of living, is Ikigai. It's something that gives a person a sense of purpose, a reason for living, and this is in 4 different quadrants: what we love, what we're good at, what the world needs, and what we can get paid for. Now, I don't know about you, but I haven't gotten all 4 at the same time yet. I'm good at what I do, which gets me paid, right? Does the world need it? Do I love it? Right? But this then kind of exemplifies to the focus of what you're going to work on in the next year. Where are you not at, right? Let's focus on that to fulfill this purpose of life, the pursuit and the journey of this life, right? And that Kaizen mindset of little bit every day will help us get there. Okay? Next slide. Okay, and lastly, a change you make today can change your week, can change your month, and it can change your year. Start today. 15 minutes. All right? And that's it.